Hi. I'm just, yeah. Hello. Believe it or not, that Muslim came back. I don't know if he's a glutton for punishment or what, but hey, he came back. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to be concentrating so much for you, bringing my attention to you, but more to this camera here. And the reason why is because I feel that this video will probably be deleted, whereas this one will stay in my uh, possession. So, all right. So anyway, he came back, and I'm going to call this series the second series of embryos and ants. Yeah. Okay. So this is yesterday, and we'll begin here. By the way, when I do the Muslims words, I'll be using this side of my face, plus using a mock Arabic accent, and on this side, my side of the face. Okay. Okay. Really funny, as I expected. The donkey or God speaking through the donkey. Really funny. As funny as ants having the brains to know who Solomon and his troops were, yet confusing a chattering butterfly for their queen. Now it's God who speaks through a donkey. You are making fun of God who created the universe. Hey, I didn't write numbers, which is part of the Torah, which according to the Quran is Allah's book given to Musa. If you have a problem with that, then you have a problem. Then you have a problem telling with. Then you have a problem with telling, or the Quran telling you to believe in numbers, Torah, and to make no distinction between all his books, or be far astray and dragged off into hellfire. See Quran 4, 136, 150, 151, 152, 285, and 4072 that tell you, a Muslim, to believe in all the books of Allah and make no distinction between Allah's books, or be far astray and dragged off into hellfire. He first transformed into a man, Jesus, who shits every day, and now he speaks from a donkey. Well, it certainly makes more sense than having ants knowing who Solomon and troops are when they are so stupid they can't tell their queen from a butterfly that gives off the same vibrations. Face it, you know that to be true. You know that to be true, oh best of deceivers. Why was Balaam not shocked into silence by the donkey speaking to him? Why wasn't Moses when a rock ran off with his clothing, causing Moses to run off naked and angrily, to strike at it, like Muhammad said happened, according to the Sahih authentic hadith? You are to believe in or not be a Muslim. Surely it must have come as a surprise to him. Which would be more surprising? A donkey talking to you by the power of God, or having a rock run off with your clothing and you angrily run naked after it because a God, Allah, who made the rock run off with your clothing, wanted your fellow Israelites to see that you were the best of whom Allah created as far as genitals go. Which is more surprising? I mean, really, why should Allah care that Moses, was the best of whom Allah created to the point of making a rock run off with Moses' clothing? And you think you would run off and strike at a rock angrily if it ran off with your clothing? Think, O slave of the best of deceivers. Think. Oh, and under normal circumstances, the obvious reaction would be for him to at least ask how she came to be speaking about the donkey. And under normal circumstances, the obvious reaction would be to not beat a poor donkey. And under normal circumstances, the obvious reaction would be to sit in your pool, watch the rock run off with your clothing, and ask, why in the hellfire is Allah making a rock run off with my clothing? Is Allah insane? Oh, I see. Allah wants me to Moses, wants me, Moses, to wants me to show my my genitals to the Israelis to see that I'm the best of whom Allah created there. Why? Yeah, I'll tell you why. And then Moses could ask why. Is Allah, if all Allah wants, it's their prophet to be perfect in the looks department and not have flaws, well, how come later Muhammad, who is the seal of the prophets, well, how come having a big, hairy, growing cyst on his back makes him the seal of the prophets? Again, why should Allah care that Moses, don't, why should Allah care that I have perfect-looking genitals? Is Allah a fag? Well, Allah does want asses up in the air 50 times a day, and Allah will get their wish someday if I don't talk the seal the prophets down just to 5 prayers and 5 prayers a day. So it seems that Allah not only has a thing for genitals, it sounds like Allah has a thing for butts as well. Why did Allah want me to run naked? This is Musa talking. Naked and angry after a rock running off with my clothing. Oy vey, Allah is fruity. I mean that seems that now this is me talking. I mean that seems obvious that a true that seems obvious that a true prophet Moses would ask that if a rock ran off with his clothing, which you, a Sunni Muslim, has to believe is true. Think, O slave of the best deceivers, think. See how much time do I have left here? Let's see how much time. I've got some time. Yeah. Yeah. You say, where in the Quran do you find out that it's Allah speaking through that ant? Right. Where do you find that? I didn't say it's Allah who speaks through the ant. I respect God, and I'm not like you. God never speaks through animals. If so, then how did the ant know who Solomon was when ants are so stupid they confuse a butterfly with their queen? How? The ants know it's Solomon because he is not like other humans. So, I'm not like other humans either. Does that mean ants should know who I am as well? He is a messenger of God. So, and God gave him powers. So, even if true, so, as he gave powers to all his messengers, even if that is true, how did the ants know who they were and the existential threat their big feet posed as they perceiveth not in walking through their ant valley? Are you saying the soldiers were messengers of Allah as well, for the ants to know even them? The ants ants are very intelligent. Confusing a butterfly for their queen is intelligent. By the way, Christian hero, if I hide behind a wall and I imitate the voice of your wife or daughter, for sure I can trick you. Seems like something a Muslim would do. Easy to understand. But how was the butterfly hiding? No, they were tending the butterfly, touching the butterfly, caring for the butterfly, thinking it was their queen. And you think this proves that ants are smart enough to know the existential threat the feet of Solomon and troops pose to them? Really? This is what happens when butterfly imitate the queen. It's a trick. Where does it say the butterfly was hiding behind a wall? Did you even see the video you sent me? The butterfly was not hiding at all. LOL. Anyone can be tricked this way. Only if they're stupid. You know, I think I'll quit it here. Yeah, I think I'll quit it here. But